Hey guys, finding the perfect gift for the food lover in your life is easy, thanks to Goldbelly. Goldbelly ships America's most iconic foods, straight from world-famous restaurants right to your door. So if you want to treat someone to Joe's Stone Crab from Miami, Franklin Barbecue from Texas, or desserts from famous foodies like Ina Garten or Martha Stewart, Goldbelly has you covered. Just go to goldbelly.com and for a limited time, get 20% off your first order with promo code GIFT. That's promo code GIFT.
This is the Washington Times front page for Tuesday, October 21st, 2025. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. The fragile ceasefire in the Gaza Strip is unraveling as Israel lashes back at attacks on its soldiers by Hamas. Family-based militias have emerged from the shadows, seized territory, controlled aid distribution, and openly defied Hamas security forces weakened by months of Israeli bombardment. The chaos threatens to derail the peace framework and raises the specter of Gaza fracturing into a patchwork of clans backed by competing foreign powers. Current senior military officers say Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has lost the trust and respect of some top military commanders, leading to an unprecedented and dangerous exodus of talent from the Pentagon. Ben Wolfgang reports numerous high-ranking officers painted Hegseth's September 30th speech to hundreds of generals and admirals gathered at Marine Corps Base Quantico as a turning point in how his leadership style, attitude, and overall competency are viewed in the upper echelons of the armed forces. His public grandstanding is widely seen as unprofessional, and the personnel moves made by the former cable television host are viewed as puzzling. The Quantico speech seemed to crystallize beliefs about Hegseth that had taken root among senior officers, including the view that the secretary operates with a junior officer's mentality that has led him to micromanage policies, sometimes at the expense of the much broader portfolio of a typical defense secretary. High-level sources said they believe Hegseth is simultaneously doing deep damage to the military, both from a public relations standpoint and structurally behind the scenes, that may not be fully apparent until months or years from now. A federal appeals court has ruled to allow President Trump to federalize and deploy National Guard troops to Oregon to help immigration officers carry out their duties. Stephen Diner reports the 2-1 ruling by the 9th U.S. Supreme Court of Appeals said the law gives the president a wide deference in those sorts of decisions. Oregon immediately filed a request asking the full appeals court to step in and overrule the panel, and a member of the Ninth Circuit has asked colleagues to intervene. The court gave both sides until Wednesday night to file briefs on the request. The Supreme Court will take up a challenge to the federal ban on gun possession by drug users. Stephen Dinan reports the case involves Ali Khamenei, who disputed that the marijuana and cocaine found in his home made him a habitual user and dangerous person who forfeited his Second Amendment rights. The Justice Department argues the law is valid when used against regular drug users because they pose a serious public safety risk. The government said the FBI found Khamenei's gun and cocaine in a search of his home as they probed travel and communications allegedly linked to Iran. And finally, Australia and the United States have signed an $8.5 billion rare earth elements sharing deal. Tom Howe reports the deal includes joint projects, U.S. investments in mining and processing within Australia, and third country pacts to produce the elements. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese said the U.S. and Australia already had a great relationship, but the agreement is taking it to the next level. Find all today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.